Got it. Okay, we're good. All right. So now, here we go. What are the graphs of function t and its inverse? Well, it says complete the table of values for the inverse relation, inverse function. 0, -5 is a point on your function. But when I talk about what's the inverse of your function, look what happens. 0, -5 does what over here?
5 to -5 to 0.
So what happened?
Added 5. Well, you subtracted 5 the first time and you added 5 the second time.
Didn't I just take the x and the y and switch them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I did. So if 0, -5 is on my function, then what's on my inverse? -5, 0. Oh, well, if that's the case, then 1, -4 would be -4, 1. This would be, this would be 3, 3, yep. Okay, so there's the points that fall on the inverse, right there. So really, if you have a function, the inverse is just the x's and y's have been what? Switch, that's all it is. Okay, so let's go down below, and now they say, plot the points from the, I wish they would say, from the what? From the function, t, and from the inverse relation of t. So, inverse relation. So what are these points? 0, -5, right here. 1, -4, right there. 2, -3. And 3, -3, right there. Okay, so that is function t or relation t. What does the inverse look like? Can somebody read those points to me?
The inverse ones?
Yeah.
-5, 0.
-5, 0 is here.
-4, 1.
Okay.
-3, 2.
Yep.
-3, 3.
All right. So plot the points. And here's the deal. This is relation t, but I'm going to call it.
Yeah. Mr. Bailey, your first one, like, graph is wrong.
First graph is wrong. This one?
Yeah.
Why?
It's -5, 1, and then -4, 2. Like you did negatives, it should be positive.
Okay. So say the points to me.
5 or 0, -5.
Got it.
1, -4.
1, -4 here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on the wrong side.
So you just need to like flip it.
So 2 what?
-3.
Yep. Then 3, -3.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. All right. Good catch, by the way. All right. Got it. There it is. And there it is, right? That one's right. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so here's function. Here's function t, and this is the what? This is the inverse of function t, inverse t. Okay, there's a symbol in algebra for the inverse. It's just this. If you want to just go t to the -1, t to the -1 means the inverse of t. If you want to write it shortcut method, there it is. Okay. A quick question. Why can I call the relation a function? Why can I do that? Because if I look at the points, this create a function. What's the definition of a function? You got to go back to almost September to tell me. Yeah, go ahead, Brady.
Like, you can't have more than one x value on one lot. Like,
You're so close, but you're not quite saying it right.
like say like a vertical line. I
Yep.
don't know how to, like that isn't a function because there's more than one x.
Can I get you started? Every x value gets
Y
Y.
value?
Different.
it exactly one y value. Every x value gets exactly one y value. So look at that. Look at this x value 0. Go down. How many times did you hit it? Once. And that's what Brady's talking about. He's saying if you hit it with a vertical line once, the number 1, when I put it in, it only gave me one answer. The number 2 gives me one answer. The number 3 gives me one answer. So yes, this relation is a function. And by the way, I will always give you functions today. Is the inverse a function? No? Why not? Look at the number -3 for x. If you put -3 in, you hit how many y values? 2. So if you hit a graph twice or more, it's not a function. So is the inverse a function?
No.
No. You will be asked this over and over today. Is it a function? No, because I hit it twice. Okay? Got it? All right. I think that's pretty easy for us. Okay. Here we go. There are actually 3 questions here. What is the inverse of this function? Is the inverse a function? Yes or no? And then graph the relation and its inverse. Okay, that's not a question. That's just telling you what to do. And by the way, you can cross that out and just say graph the what? Graph the function and its inverse. Okay? So let's go find the inverse. To find the inverse function of y equals 2x plus 8, it's really simple. Inverse functions are basically the x and y value get what? Switched. So that y becomes what? X, and that x becomes y. So that's not too bad, is it? Now the next thing you'll do once you switch x and y is solve for y. So how do you solve for y? Say again. -8. -8, -8. So you end up with x minus 8 equals 2y. Divide by 2. 2. 2. You end up with y equals x over 2 minus what?
3. Oh, never mind.
4? Yeah. And by the way, this is what x?
Half.
That's 1/2 x, yeah. Okay, so now, did you leave a hat in here? Did you see a hat? Okay. No.
Did you sit over here?
Look
Someone
up here.
left their Gatorade.
Hey, who does sit over there? Well, they left their Gatorade.
I don't know. Okay, yep. Okay, anyways, oh, now I'm done here, right?
That'd be inappropriate.
Okay. Is the inverse a function? If you look down here, you're supposed to tell me it's a function. Hey guys, it's so much easier if you just graph them. Once you graph them, you can say yes, it's a function, or no. So let's do this. Let's go right here. Graph the function and its inverse. Well, if you graph this, I hope you notice it's a linear function, 2x plus 8. How do you graph 2x plus 8? Yeah, go to the y-intercept. The y-intercept is 8. Let's go to 8. Put your dot. Now, the number in front of x is your slope. Slope of what? 2 over 1, which means where? Up 2. So that'd be 9, 10, and then what? Right 1. It's right there. Okay, or you could do the other direction. The other direction would be down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1. So there it is. Okay, that's your function. That's not your inverse function, that's your function. Now graph the inverse function right here. How do I do that one? Go to -4. Right there. Slope of 1 over 2, so up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. There it is. And then this is down 1, left 2. So there it is. Okay. So this is the inverse. And by the way, the inverse is right here. This is the inverse. Okay. Is it a function? The
Yep.
inverse.
Yep.
Draw a vertical line. Once, 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 once. You keep hitting it once. So yes. Yes. It's a function. Okay.
Wait, so which one's the function? That's the
Well,
black
you
one?
know what? They're both functions. You know,
Like-
if I drew a vertical line through here, I'd hit it once. But the inverse is what I'm asking. Is the inverse a function?
So what's the first one? What's the one in black?
The black one is the function. It's this one.
Oh, okay.
You know, but I'm going to give you a function. So when you draw the function, the vertical line test will pass. It's the other one you have to wonder, is it passing? This one passed,
All right.
right? Everybody okay with that? All right. Why was this an easy one? Because this was what kind of function? Linear. Now linears are easy, I think, I hope. What's going to make it more difficult is right there. What's that? X squared is what? It's parabolas, but it's quadratic, right? This is a quadratic function. So it says, what is the inverse of this quadratic function? And then, is it a function? Yes or no? And then graph both. Well, let's go find the inverse. To find the inverse, you have to switch what? X and Y. Y becomes X. X becomes Y. That's your first step. Divide by 2 is your second step. X over 2 equals. Cross out the 2's. Y squared equals. Now what? Square root, I heard. Somebody said it. Square root of this. Square root of that. Y equals square root of X over 2. There's not much you can do here, guys. But there's one thing I'm missing. When you take the square root of both sides, what? Plus or minus. So, there it is. Plus or minus, whatever. Whatever this gives us. Okay. Now, your job is to graph both of them and tell me, is this a function? Well, I will tell you this. Don't answer that question until you look at the graph. If I asked you to graph that, can you tell me what that is again? 2x squared is what? Parabola. It's a parabola. Okay. The most important part of a parabola is finding the vertex. What's the vertex going to be? Amber, I hear you kind of talking, but not really. You don't think it's right?
Say it anyways.
Oh, you think it's 0, 2. Okay. You said move it up 2 because of that. That's a stretch. That was a stretch. Meaning, here's your parent. Stretch it means this way. So the vertex doesn't move. It is 0, 0, but now here's the deal. What if you didn't know it was 0, 0? No. You can, but here's the deal. There's an easy way to know the vertex. Wasn't it this? What, you guys remember this?
Yeah.
That's the x value, right? So guys, the x value is right here. Okay. You need to tell me what b and a are. Looking up here, 2 is called the what coefficient? That's the a. Remember how this goes? Ax squared plus bx plus c. So your a value is 2. So it's 2 times 2 on the bottom. What's the b value? Yeah, there is no x term, so it's 0. So you're getting 0 over 4, or better yet, what? 0. And once you know the x value of your vertex, put it in here. Put the 0 in, and get what? 0 times 0 times 2 is 0. So when you graph the function, you're going to get 0, 0 for your vertex. Put a 1 in. Put a negative 1 in. What are you going to get? Yeah, you're going to get up 2. Up 2. So there you go, guys. That's the... Basically, that is the parent stretched by 2. What are you going to get when you put in a 2, though? 8? Yeah, because 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. So you're going to get 8 to... Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Call it here. Let's go here. So there is the function right here. Okay, so that's the function 2x squared. If you want to graph this mess, you can have fun and try and graph it yourself, or you can just do what to your points? You can just flip them, because that's what the inverse is. It's just your points flipped. So flip that point right there, 0, 0. Oh, you get 0, 0. Okay, let's flip this point, which is what? 1, 2. 2, 1. This point right here. -1, 2. 2, -1. Okay, and then these points up here are 2, 8, which would be 8, 2, and -8, 2, right? Oh, you're right. It's +8, -2. +8, -2. Okay, so there are the points that work in this function. And if you don't trust those points, if you don't trust them, you can pick any one of them, put them in your inverse function, and see if they work. So just for example, let's just do one really quick. Let's put in 8. What's 8 divided by 2?
4.
4. What's the square root of 4?
2.
2 plus or minus 2. 8, 2, 8, -2. See, it does work, right? But that's a lot of work for you guys to figure all that out on your own. So I would just graph the parabola, reverse the points, or reverse the x coordinate, y coordinate, and call that your table. Now how do I graph that? 0, 0, right here. Done. 2, 1, over 2, up 1. 2, -1. Over 2, down 1. I don't know if you see this, but this is what just happened. Now what's this one? 8, 2, 8, -2. I don't have enough room, I'm sorry, but I'll put 8 there. 8, 2, here. 8, -2. So what just happened to our parabola? Instead of going up, it goes sideways. It's the same parabola laying sideways is what it is. So, answer this question. Is the inverse a function? Run your vertical line test through it, and the answer is no. I mean, it should be obvious. 8 got an answer here. 8 got an answer here. 8 can only get one answer if it's a function. So you'd say what?
No.
Not a function. Okay, so question is, did I find the inverse? Yep. Did I graph the function and its inverse? Yes. And did I answer the question, is the inverse a function?
Yes.
Not a function. Yes. I did it all. 3 things to do. Flip the page. We're going to do another one. And now that you know what you're kind of doing, this will be a little quicker for you, I think. Matter of fact, I don't know if I have to say much to you. Try takeoff on your own. Switch the x and the y. Solve for x. Solve for what? First step is done on the board. I just switched x to y, and now I'm going to solve for y. Yeah, because if you added 3 on both sides, it would knock out -3. You know what I mean? Because that's not -3, that's y -3 squared. Okay, you guys, when you solve equations, you do the opposite of the order of operations. The order of operations says to do what first? Powers or subtraction? What do you do first when you...
Powers.
Yeah, you do your exponents first. So when you solve equations, you you get rid of it first. How do you get rid of the square? Square root. Square root. Now the square root would knock out the square, and you get y minus 3 equals what? That's not it. You can't just write that. Don't you get two answers? Plus or minus the square root of x? All right, now get rid of the minus 3. How? Simply add 3. That's easy. And when you write it over here, guys, this is how I write it. I'll put my plus 3 in front, followed by plus or minus square root of x. Did anybody put the plus 3 in the back? Yeah, and that's fine, that's fine. You can do that. You can do it that way too. Okay, guess what? I've already done this. I've already found my inverse. I'm not going to answer that question until I see the graph. So now let's go graph. Now look at this graph. This is the function. Who recognizes that as the parent? What? Is it the parent shifted up, down, right, left, 3?
Right.
You think it's right?
Yes.
Okay. When it's inside parentheses, it is right or left, and it's the opposite of what you think. I see minus 3, I'm thinking left. It is not left, it's right. Take your parent, go where? Right 3. Well, the vertex of your parent is 0, 0. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Right there. Then you have to memorize what the parent did. What did the parent do again? Who remembers the behavior of the parent?
Up 1.
I always said from the
Over
vertex.
1, over 1, up 1.
Right 1, up 1. Right 2, up. 4. Do you remember right 3? What was right 3? Remember right 3? 9. Your parent is x squared. So if you go 3 goes into x squared, 9. 3 right, up 9, somewhere right about here. Then you can mirror it and mirror it. Mirror it here, mirror it there. And there it is. That is the function right there. Okay, what about the inverse function? The inverse function is almost the same thing, except all the x's were switched and the y's were switched. So let's switch them. How about this one right here? When you switch 3, 0, what do you get? 0, 3. When you switch this one, 4, 1, 1, 4. This one would be 2, 1, or 1, 2. This one is 5, 4. You switch it. 4, 5. This one's 1, 5. Switch it. 5, 1. Did I do that right? 4. Uh-oh, I did this wrong. 5, 4. Switch it. 4, 5. Oh, no, I got that. I feel like something's slightly wrong there. Now you guys aren't saying anything, so.
The last one was 4, 1.
It should be 4. It should be 4.
This one?
Yes.
Oh, because it's 1, 4, 4, 1. You're right. 4, 1. Okay. Quick sketch. 0, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 4. 1, 2. And 4, 5. And last one is 4, 1. There it is. Answer the question. Is the inverse a function, yes or no? No. Vertical line test. You hit it twice. You hit it twice, it's not a function. So I found the inverse, it's right there. I answered the question, no, it's not a function, the inverse, and I did graph. Question. How do you know how do you know your inverse is right? How do you check it? Plug what in? Points. So guys, if you want to just see if you're right, could you go like this? Could you plug this point 0, 3 into this function? Put a 0 in. Do you get 3? Square root of 0 is 0. 0 plus 3, 3. It works. You can plug any of these points into your inverse. If they work, you did it all right. Okay? That's it. You will be graphing today, so you will want graph paper. I ran out of graph paper last hour. I'll go get you more. Tonight's lesson, what are we going to do? 6.8. It's going to be flipped. I'm going to teach it about 3:30 today. I'll put it online. By 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, it's online.
How long do you think it will be?
I'm going to make it as quick as I can.
Awesome.
Okay? And all I'm going to do is this. I'll say, here's how to do it. And I'll say, next one, try it on your own. Check, pause the video, do it on your own. Now, I'll do it really quick. Just kind of watch me do it quick. Speed me up. Yep, I did it right. If you did it wrong, back me up. Then I'll explain it to you. I'm hoping to keep it under 25 minutes. Okay? Because without you guys here, I got no one to talk to. Yeah, do what's on the calendar. Whichever on the calendar. Hey, do you have to do 6.8 tonight? No. Do not do the assignment 6.8. Just listen to the video. Maybe fill in your notes.
That's good. No, that's what I said.
That's what you said. Okay.
That was a little aggressive.
What is
Is that better?
Ethan, isn't that after your next year?
Yeah.
Okay. But,
I don't think it's good quality.
like, you're gonna have to put your card right there, like, on.
I was hoping for a good heartfelt nuts, but I guess not.
I can't do next hard yet.
No, I'm just gonna hold it there and then
Like
like
5 minutes.
for like a second, you know, not just a, you know, I don't want it anymore anyways.
This one's the full length.
What are the other ones, 40 or 45?
45.
Far.
2 grams.
I slept.
What?
Which color?
You watch the video there? The cool thing is that it says the name who watches the video.
Does
Then I can see
Yeah.
who can watch.
Mr.
I'll say
Mr. Payne, our listener support. Simon Bell.
I said your name. You're connected to me. Oh, you can look.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't the only one that said it. I wasn't the only one that said that.
It says Coleman.
I'll watch it. 6'4". Yes.
Oh,
Mine. And I know I did those little things. When you lose them, it just.
they go in
She
the
didn't even
pile.
have.
They're there.
Yeah, she didn't get
What's
No,
this?
she
What's
did.
this now?
I think mine is just higher.
Is this today? Okay, now here's my question. How am I gonna know this is today? Where does it say like 6, 6 points? Right? Right? Yeah.
Is this it right here?
Probably is.
See, you're the
You know when you like try to just like snap up here and you just snap it. You just constantly snap.
Then I gotta
You
go
like
there.
reply within like 5 seconds. You like I'll snap it back, literally lock my phone.
Oh, no,
Can't snap
this
it.
is
Which one I'm missing?
6-4. You're missing something.
Is it all in this pile or not?
Same thing, it's like this one to this
Or like the top of it.
Yeah. One
But I found my
class.
snaps
I
already.
don't know. I mean, I'd go at least 3 assignments.
We're hitting 6'3" right here.
What's this one? 9 to 23 hours. Oh, it's 6-5. This is why you want to put your lesson on.
Did you find my promo?
I already got that.
I like the kids.
See, then, you know why I'm gonna lose my YouTube.
We'll just give us credit, man. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so these all have grades.
Yeah, you have to have no sexual.
So don't, you should be at your desk and where's my homework for today? I feel like my period 4 is gone. Ethan,
Yeah.
did you happen to take my period 4? No. My period 4 is gone.
Yeah, you got that song stuff
Yes.
Pulling off this morning in Spanish class.
Yeah.
It's gonna stuck in my head the whole day.
Okay, but I don't know where the function which is. Now you two have lost my 6, my period 4 stuff, just so you know.
You ran into me.
I don't know what you did, but it's gone. This is period 5. These are all my period 5. 6, 6, 9.
Copenhagen, you still need some oil?
Yeah.
How many cans? 2 cans?
It's okay. It's like it's an inverse function. You have to like graph it, right? It's like I don't know if it is a function or not. It's like, oh, I think it's a function linear.
Yeah.
Today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey.
You're not good at that.